That should be good. When I believe I've done that right, I should be used to it by now. Meant to put season 7 through them all, I'm pretty sure as well, but I feel like everyone can gather that we're on season 7 from the videos around it, but I'll make sure to put it in from this point on, well, next stream onwards, shall I say, for the rest of the season. Pretty sure everyone can understand where we are though, so that one needs explaining. Actually, no, I'll keep the window shut. Probably against judgment, because this room is going to be a sauna by the end of it, but well. Let's check how many people we are going to get today. Tier 4 availability. There's like 16. By the looks of it. We got 10. Obviously, I'm a spectator. I actually get to do this for the rest of the season now. Which, considering I have very much enjoyed this tier so far. The guys, especially guys in this tier, they've been brilliant. The tier 1 stream just gone live. Obviously, as per the last couple of weeks, I'm doing new interviews with people who have been prominent in the race. Put it that way. Feel like the way this has started, I feel like there's just going to be a Larry Wax interview every week. A Renault King interview for the wrong reasons every week. And possibly a couple others, see if El Trucco is driving, hopefully. Hopefully he is. Let me check. I hope he is. I don't see him on the no. Oh, I do see him on the no list. No, he's not driving today. Oh well. Gets his first points and then he just goes, yeah, I'm done. Got a Champions League draw earlier, so that was fun to watch. I am so glad that Man United's got Villarreal. Good to have a rematch on that because, let's be honest, they're not going to be lucky enough to have score their only shot on target again. You get to watch a race on F1. 12 in at the moment. I'm pretty sure we're down for 16. Who are we waiting on? Real question. Yes, the other AlphaTauri. WhatsApp's already in. Waiting on the two Alfa Romeo, this would be a bad one for them to miss. There's O'Leary. We're getting one of the Alfa Romeo then at the very least. Heisenberg joining. There's Heisenberg, so we gotta know.
You just couldn't write these stories, could you? Yeah, not surprised.
Just look at that. Harry Kane got back to Tottenham too. He's scored already. Who could have written that? Apart from everybody, because he's basically what you would have expected. I mean, now we got the 12 from Mail. They're going after Larry Wax at the moment. Oh, Aberdeen again, beat. I don't think we're that far away from being ready to go. Yep, there you go, there's the message in the chat. We're ready to go. Azerbaijan. Honestly, there's not many places to overtake apart from that giant stretch of straight right down to the line and into turn one. I'm almost waiting for someone to get caught out on the pit entry as well. You know, someone will, and then they'll eventually get reported for it, and it's gonna cause something. But here we go, qualifying. As for what time might be good in Azerbaijan, I haven't been practicing, so I would have absolutely no idea. I definitely need to get some practice in before Sunday though. Get a good time in and hopefully turn around some of this absolutely horrible luck I've had so far in my championship. Can't say the same thing for Larry though, because Larry just stormed everything at the start of this championship. Stormed the didn't win the race in Silverstone, but done enough. He's done enough to have a fair lead going into race 4. think his lead is 21. Yep, his lead is 21 points going into race number 4. We're going to have for the full lap here. Lap data on detail. I don't think the tyre. Sure, I'll have the tyre on. The first one's going out. It's going to be an AlphaTauri. There, the Christ in an AlphaTauri is going to be the first one, so we might as well follow him round. I'm going to follow out. Going to see who's coming up to the line after that being spun. There's the Aston Martin. They'll follow him. I've seen Lowatts has come out to set his time alongside Saleri in the Alfa Romeo. Those two be beside each other. Bono's gonna do his first lap on the mediums alongside like Renault King is gonna do the same. Maybe Pog. Pog may not be the fastest when it comes to this game, but especially in this tier. But my god, he usually gets strategy spot on every single time. Whether he's going to continue that into today's race, no idea. Guess this is why we're racing to find out. Almost coming up to the straight now. Got a couple more corners. Start of sector 3. And then we get underway with the first flying lap of the session. In a moment. Let's see what the first time's going to be. Obviously, the banker laps are pretty slow. Also, the Williams has completely just retired straight away. And, well, he's going to be starting at the back of the grid, pretty much no matter what. Here we go. Start of the first flying lap. Goes up to 7th. Into 8th, down the straight. One of the DRS straights coming to this corner, which is a pretty tight one. It didn't get too close, didn't go too wide either. So it's a second gear. Don't lose too much speed for that corner. Someone's binned it, the yellow flag in sector 1. I think it's the Haas, which I believe is Larry Watts actually. So he's going to have to go back into the pits and start again. Someone else has caused a yellow flag in sector 1 as well. Almost caught that corner a bit fine there. Christ in the AlphaTauri. Goes into 8th around this corner, drops it to 2nd, into 3rd. See, his time after 2 sectors is 1:15.7. See how quick he can do the 3rd sector, which is obviously the giant straight, which is going to be mainly the place for overtakes today, especially with DRS come lap 3 and beyond. It gets DRS on pretty quickly. What time is he going to set? He is going to set a 140.1. I've not seen. It's not the fastest. And you've got Bundy the 142.0, which, and there you go. There's the benchmark. 138.5 KDB. Usually does very, very well in qualifying. I'm pretty sure I've seen every time he's raced he's been on pole. So that is most definitely the benchmark. Saleri did a 140.0, which definitely needs to be quickened up on. Luke in the Mercedes done a 139.4, still almost an entire second down on Luke. On KDB, sorry. Luke is on KDB. What's going around this time? Larry Watts has got someone. You know what, let's go Heisenberg, because I'm pretty sure that Haas in front of him. Oh no, the Haas in front of him is Enpan. Let's do that, and then we'll go to Heisenberg and then to Pog. See what kind of laps they're setting. It's 1:39.8 on the mediums for Renault. Sort of fast on the mediums. I'm pretty sure that's probably more to what you would have expected on that tyre. Not close to the one of the McLarens have gone spinning on in lap, I should assume. N-Fan's done a 1:39.8. Going to Eisenberg, across the line doing a 1:39 flat, and Pog going to do a 1:39.1 on the mediums. That's a pretty good lap. That is a very good lap on the mediums, actually. Obviously got Larry's, might be doing a Perth line lap. Wouldn't surprise me. He crashed on his prior lap, so he didn't really register much of anything. I'll go on Benny afterwards because he's on an out lap. He's the car in front, just about to go on to his flying lap. But in the meantime, let's watch Larry Wax for the moment. Again, just gonna freeze the camera. What time are they gonna? Oh no, he's coming in. Coming in. Let's watch Benny then. Sector 3. Someone has messed up, I think. Sector 3 joining one of the Haas has looked like N-Fan has messed up his. Oh no, he's slowing down, I think, for the Alfa Romeo. Now we get to see Benny do his outlap. I think N-Fan just made a mistake by the looks of it. It's a very long yellow flag. Goes into 6th, 7th and drops it all the way back to second gear, go around the second corner into DRS. I think KDB is going out on a medium run for his next one. Doesn't take that too wide, so he looks in good condition. Gets a little bit more of the curb than he would have wanted in that corner. But Benny's done the fastest first sector of anyone up yet, and he's lost the back end of the car through that turn. So any chance of doing a particularly fast lap here may have just disappeared very, very quickly. Yeah, he is losing this car all over the place. Castle section didn't do him very nicely either. After 2 sectors, he's going to go through this corner 8th and drops it all the way down to 2nd. Gets a bit of the curb. After 2 sectors, what time is he setting? 1:15.5, so it puts him around the place that Renault is right now. Let's see if he can push on this last sector straight. A bunch of people doing an outlap in a minute, so we will go to one of them. Coming down the straight, he's going to set a 1:39.8 as his time. That could have been a lot better had he not lost it in Castle and at the end of the first sector. Let's go to Renault again because Christ is there. You know, actually, let's go on Crazy closer. We get to see a flying lap a little bit earlier. I know that qualifying is just all over the place all the time. Everyone doing different laps, different times, doing different speeds. And now we get to see Christ try and improve on his 1:40.1, which, when put against everyone else, did not look that fast. Mercedes had gone out during the start of sector 2 into Castle by the looks of it. He goes to 3rd gear, gets that one pretty clean. Then drop to 2nd, doesn't get any curb. Done that corner a lot better than he did the first time. See if he's going to do this one well. Done it well enough, not lost the back end. And now we go through Castle. What is he going to do through Castle? slowed down a bit through Castle. There's yellow flags everywhere at this point. Goes for 8th, drops down to 2nd in this corner, doesn't get too much of the curb, gets away pretty quickly. To the 1:15.3, it's far quicker than his first time. Gonna do, let's see if he's gonna be able to improve a lot. What has happened here? Oh, the Aston Martin's in the wall. What has happened there? Bundes has been as to retire. It's probably cost Christ a bit of time. He's still 4/10 under, so he's just at a 1:39.7, which puts him up to 6th for the moment in time. Let's go on Renault King, because he's the next one on a flying lap, if I remember. Time is he going to set? Still 1:33 up to this point. 1:38, and he's done a 1:38.7 on the soft, which puts him on the front row. He's done the fastest first sector. Pretty sure I'd be incredibly happy with that. So he's done, 1:38.9. Not sure if he's just done a flying lap or something, but Pog's doing he's done a faster lap, to be fair, on the mediums. He's put himself on a 1:39 flat now. Could be doing a lot worse, to be fair. See, Luke, let's have a look at Luke's. Is he doing a proper lap? Hard to find out, I guess, because I have lost idea of who is and who isn't doing a flying lap. There's people doing in laps, people doing all that. Luke does the fastest second sector of the session. Let's see what time he's going to. Larry Wags to 1:38.2 puts him on provisional pole with 5 minutes left. Here we go. Let's see if Luke can capitalise on his fastest sector too. Is he going to be able to he's going to put himself second, 1:38.4. Yes, I'm not sure is he doing a flying lap? Doesn't look. Right, he is, yeah. Right, so he's doing. What is he going to set? 1:38.7, so it puts him 4th. Let's go on Heisenberg next. 1.5 tenths down on his last time. 1.5 tenths quicker, shall I say. What time is he going to set? Or is he going into the pits? No, he's going into the pits. Bit dodgy of an entrance, but well, we'll give it to him. She's going into the pits. Arctic Squirrel doing an outlap. Larry Wax is going to be going into the pits as well, I assume. Not going to be given much of a choice of who to watch in a minute. Yep, Larry's going to dive in late. I mean, that might be the worst pit entry I've ever seen, but Luke's going to end up doing the same thing. He's going to probably dive into the pits momentarily. Which leaves us with, what, 5 or 6 on the track? Couple coming out for an outlap now. We're going to watch Arctic Squirrel's outlap. Yep, he's coming to pits. It's Enfang. Soleri's going to be going into the pits. He's just set an outlap. Is McLaren not going to follow him? Enfang obviously. Yeah, he's doing a in lap. So here we go. We'll watch Arctic Squirrel's lap because pretty sure he's the only one out on track right now doing an actual lap. So let's see if he can improve on a 1:40.6. Get himself higher up maybe needs to drop him into. He needs to get himself into these 139s. Bunch of people coming out on their outlap, so we'll watch the Mercedes outlap because he had the fastest first sector on his last one and then lost the back end in a couple of corners, especially from Castle. So we'll watch him afterwards. Here we go. Arctic Squirrel going through Castle. Drops down to third. Doesn't get too close. Looks pretty good on the exit. Gets up into 7th, through to 8th, coming into this corner. Going to drop down to 2nd or 3rd. He's going to drop to 3rd, but gets way too much curve, so he's lost time there. What time is he doing through 2 sectors? He's doing 1:51. That's the fastest second sector of the entire session. Okay, so he is doing very well compared to that normal time, and very much to everyone else in the session. Now down the 3rd sector, has he got the pace? He got the sheer outright pace to set a proper competitive time here. Did a 1:40.6, but he's only done a 1:39.8. Done 7 tenths quicker than his last one. It puts him out for a couple of places. Let's watch the last part of Benny's lap. Gets through to 8th on this corner. See if he's going to get too much curve on this. Goes into 2nd. He gets a slight bit of curve, but not enough to really put him off. What is he setting through here? He's saying 1:14.4, which is the entire second faster than last time. That is very fast. First couple of sectors indeed. Going. See if he's got the sheer pace through sector 3. What time is he going to set? I want to keep it straight as possible for him, not really want to do too many turns. He set himself a 1:38.9, which is 9 tenths quicker. Gonna do... Well, I do have a funny feeling that there's a huge pile up coming here. Everyone's getting in everyone's way. Is this? Yeah, this is N-Fan coming in front of him. Hogged on the softs, which... For a proper time, I don't think he's going to be pretty happy with, yeah, not going to be too happy with that. You have to, yep, that's it. That's the end of his qualifying. Well, let's go on Heisenberg, considering he's just done the fastest second sector of the entire session. Let's see what he can pose. Heisenberg coming down the back straight. Can he steal pole? That's the question. He's been up there all season, but can he steal it? He's going to set himself. He is! He is going to steal it momentarily. 1:37.7. And now it's all on KDB and Larry Wax to follow him. Renault King does a 1:38.3, which only puts him into 3rd. Larry Watts looks like he's doing an inlap more than anything else. Luke has decided donuts is the best way to go about this. KDB sets himself the fastest second sector. Seems to be a theme at the moment. If you do the fastest second sector, you do the fastest lap. So let's see if KDB got the pace down the straight to steal it back off Heisenberg. Coming down the final straight. Is he going to be able to steal it? He's not. He's going to go 2nd. 4 tenths slower than Heisenberg and the Alfa Romeo ahead of him. Let's see, is Sleary going to try something? He's going to be able... He's not going to. He's going to put himself 3rd. Larry Watts' time is basically done. He's... Luke spun, so he's going to start 6th. Unless Christ here is going to... No, Christ has done a 2 minute. So that's it. That is your final standings for qualifying. Heisenberg, surprise pole. Going to be very happy with that. Got KDB starting on the front row alongside him, which... A good start could mess everything up for him. Larry Wax has left the session, but I think his internet just cut. And now the race looks a lot more interesting. The Alfa Romeo's already at the top of the constructors standing in this tier. I've placed themselves in a position where they could have a commanding lead by the end of the week. That was a pole I did not see coming. You got Pog's going to start the medium, so don't actually know the strategy There's strategy things for this. I'm not very aware of all that, not done any practice races or anything, so this is all going to be new to me. I don't know who's doing what kind of strategy at all. That was a very, very quick lap. No, gotta set myself probably around a 137. Get into those type of areas to get anywhere toward the top of my tier as well. My tier is usually a 10 or so quicker than this. Somehow, considering I'm on a lower tier. We get to watch the 50% race now. Heisenberg starts on pole. She's not won many scoring at all. KDB starts on the front row alongside him, which a good start. He could trouble Heisenberg. Luke might be a little disappointed with the way this session ended. He's going to start in 6th, but he's not. He had the pace to go a lot quicker than he did. But this first corner especially is going to be chaotic in every single sense of the word. Your Enfan and the Williams on the hard tyre. Which could be a very interesting strategy choice by the end of the race. 26 laps again like it was in Britain, so maybe a 1-stop, maybe a 2-stop, maybe it depends on how quick the tyres go off. It's not something I'm aware of. Probably doubt you can get away with a soft to medium on this. Something tells me a soft to medium might be pushing it, unless you've got real good tyre management, and if you do, then go for it, I guess. Maybe you'll be quicker that way. But I'm almost certain we won't be far short of the amount of safety cars in this race. Because, especially through Castle, you know that someone somewhere will bin it. Pretty sure Heisenberg might want to slow down just the slightest bit and warm up his tyres a bit more, because at this point he is, yeah, it's a 2-stop strategy, okay. It's 2-stop strategy, so it's soft, medium, medium. Probably the best strategy to go with. Definitely need to practice with that. So it's going to be very much like the races we had towards the beginning of the season. 2 stops preferred over the 1 stop. Alright, everyone's setting up on the grid again. Just wait for all the cars to come back onto the grid, and there'll be lights out. The tyres of the people up front might be absolutely stone cold by the time that we get going. It's been pretty long time since everyone got onto the grid. Well, since the front runners gone to the grid to the back runners. Alright, looks like we're ready to start. And it's lights out and away we go. And of course you can bank on Codemasters messing up the timing. And the first corner is Heidelberg stays in front. There's spins going on back there, especially for the Mercedes. Couple of people taking spins. Heidelberg gets might have got a little bit of a clip there, but he doesn't. He gets passed by both Soleri and KDB at the front. Soleri's going to try and go around the outside, and oh, there's a collision. There's a collision. I don't know if that's going to impact it too much. I don't know if either guy's got wing problems. But, oh, that's not a good start for the Alfa Romeos at the very least. Soleri causing the collision on the outside. And Heisenberg got off to a pretty poor second corner. Larry Works is dropping down a few places as well. Maybe he's had a problem back there. But it's not gone well for the title leaders to start with. Yellow flag in sector 2, someone binned it off of. Zab has binned it in Castle. We go back to the front. You got a pretty close fight, especially between the two Alfa Romeos and KDB up top. But you see Soleri get a bit of curb there. Car bouncing in a bit. Also, these front four have opened a gap already. Opened a 3-second gap to medium runner. And here we go with the powerful slipstream. We've got Soleri going down the inside. Soleri setting the fastest lap. Soleri getting in the lead. Obviously there weren't too much damage, if damage at all. So that's why I just lose track of the first 3 laps. Now DRS are already enabled. Larry's pitted and Zab's pitted us off the first. Not gone too well for those guys. Everyone else has stayed out. Managed to avoid damage for the most part. Somehow Soleri and KDB managed to avoid damage off that collision in the first lap. Soleri getting a little bit. Of course, the timing sheets just want to mess up for a slight moment of time. So you've got Soleri out. Soleri's first before anyone says anything. Soleri's most definitely first. Zab is last. I take that back. Soleri is no longer first. What has happened there? He's just lost it. He's just lost it coming out of that corner and he's gone into the wall. He's lost his front wing. And what has been a pretty shabby start for the Alfa Romeos has just got a lot worse. Haven't seen a safety car to start with though. Everyone keeping it rather clean. Well, I say that, they've got one collision proofing, and now Heidelberg going to try it down up the outside. Oh, inside of that corner, outside of the turn 1 coming up. Heidelberg's going to get the move done well before turn 1. But is KDB going to try something? No, he's not. He's not going to try anything into turn 1. And that allows Heisenberg to keep the lead. The fastest lapping now with Tichy Boom, 143 in the mediums. You got a couple more people pitting. Soleri's obviously pitting because of his mistake through the end of Castle. Didn't notice what happened to Luke and Renault King, but 4 of the guys you would have expected to be towards the front have already had to pit because of some sort of mistake. Heidelberg set the fastest first sector and managed to gain a slight gap to KDB. Not the biggest gap. I think it's probably bigger than this game suggests it is, but definitely bigger than this game suggests it is. It's also not 2 seconds to Pog in second. Might be 2. This game wants to mess up the timing a bit, apparently. Did it say KDB meant to be winning at the moment? Is this This is what the timing sheet actually is saying, because don't understand why you would say that KDB is 3/10 quicker. No one's got penalties up there, so guess it's just a glitch, a visual glitch. But Heidelberg has gained a very, very huge lead, may I add, on KDB. KDB's had to pit. I think he might be going in for his actual stop, though, going in onto the mediums early. Don't think he had actually got any damage to that. Pardon me, clears up the timing issue. It's 4 seconds between Heidenberg and Pog. Pog's gonna go for a bit longer, maybe till like 10 or 11, I reckon. And Larry Wax has the fastest lap of the race, which, because everyone's now pitted, he's being brought back into everything. KDB slightly ahead of Larry Wax coming out out of his pit stop. 2.5 seconds actually, it's not slightly, pretty big distance. Nobody's got track limits at the moment. It's just the one penalty for Luke being speeding into the pit lane. Got Pog slowly losing, sorry, on Heisenberg. I wanted to say Heisenberg gaining, but got that the wrong way around, so go with it. And then there's a 4-second gap to Christ third, but obviously you got Larry Wax, KDB behind him, who when they pit is going to take advantage. Let's see if Heidelberg's able to extend the gap when he comes into pit, which might be... No, it's going to be the lap after. Going into lap 5 now. Assume Heidelberg's going to pit at the end of this lap. Got the two Mercedes fighting back there with Zab. You got Soleri behind them. Soleri's... Oh, God. Soleri's race has been undone by that spin out of Castle. Larry Wax says another fastest lap. Larry Wax seems to be catching very quickly. Got KDB. He got KDB, and now all of a sudden it turns into can Heidelberg keep himself in front of Larry out of the pit instead of out of ahead of KDB? Pretty sure Larry's in net P2 at the moment, which after the mishap I think was lap 1, although not that long afterwards, he wouldn't have expected. Luke had to pit again. Oh, why am I yawning all the time all of a sudden? We go into Castle. Let's see if KDB's hards can gain any ground on Larry at all. Doesn't look like the hard's the greatest tyre around here. By the way this race has gone. Pretty sure Heisenberg is about to come into pit. So, oh no, he's staying out. Going one more. Great strategy. Maybe you just feel like those softs aren't going off very quick. Everyone's just slightly distanced at the moment. Safety car would bring everyone back together and make it very interesting right about now. Still got Pog trying to hold that gap under 5 seconds. And then you've got Christ 5.5 seconds back on Pog, so he doesn't seem to be gaining on the softs at all. Heidelberg's in great form so far this season. He just waited on mistakes since Bahrain. Spain, he did pretty well. He just messed it up himself by gaining the 3-second penalty towards the end and then cost him sit himself third. Similar penalties cost him in Britain, but stayed on the podium. And there goes one of the McLarens. Looks like Arctic Squirrel's gone through the end of Castle, and that allows people like Larry Wax to get through, gain another position. Benny's looked like Arctic's had problems getting his car back around, and now he's gonna go apparently head to head with Benny. Probably isn't going to end too well for him. Heidelberg gone round again, so he's trying to extend these softs pretty lengthy, for a lengthy stint. The real question is he going to be able to hold his position? Because obviously Larry Wax especially has been flying around the track on those mediums. Certainly not going to do it while slightly losing the car like he did on the prior corner. Goes through Castle. Let's have a look. Looks pretty clean through Castle. Got Pog gaining on him by looked like 8/10 since the start of the lap anyway. Price is 8 seconds behind Pog, so it just might just say his soft go 8 laps. Fair enough. I don't know too much. My thing is based off what the game showed me at the beginning, so I haven't done too much practice. So if they go 8 laps, then I can see why Heidelberg's going to that kind of length. How long do you think Luke's retired. Don't know what happened there, but he's retired through turn 2. And there's the safety car, and Heidelberg's going to take the opportunity to come in now. So is Pog. Take it, Christ is going to do the same thing. It's probably Tichy Boone probably going to come in as well. Gonna follow him in? Yep, Tichy Boone followed him. And I'm pretty sure we could just... Tichy Boone's got 5 seconds and... Oh, Larry Wax debated it. He debated it for a minute there and stayed out. Also, Heidelberg got out very quickly. And in and out very quickly. Put Larry Wax in second, and KGB... especially KDB and Renault might not have wanted that safety car to come that quickly, and rather take stock of where they were once Heisenberg actually pitted. But Heisenberg's going to be welcoming that safety car 100%. Now, as for the 2-stop, I have no idea if they're going to do 2 stops here. The safety car might permit 2 stops back onto softs at the end of the race. If there was to be another safety car, that is. As for how long the mediums, softs go 8 laps properly, then can imagine the mediums might go a little bit longer. The game had predicted 2-stop, but obviously when you're online, the game doesn't really tell you all that much. But now everyone is on the hards or the mediums. Not sure if Larry Wax is going to pit now and go onto the hards, maybe stay on them till the end of the race. Or he's just comfortable sitting out and praying for another safety car. His mediums are already 5 laps old. So I can't imagine him staying on I mean, on them to the end of the race, 23 laps on the medium sounds like a drastic kind of move. Staying out. That's what I think Larry's actually going to do. I think he's just going to drive around hoping someone else brings out a safety car and about 6 or 7 laps time go on to another set. It allows everyone else to bunch up again, which means we're gonna get a few close ones coming through, especially turn 1. I'm surprised that turn 1, the actual race wasn't a nightmare. Safety car, there's not really too much to talk about. Obviously, Luke has not had his best race. The real question is, with Renault King being that far back, is he going to have tyres that are warm enough for this restart? Because if he has tyres warm enough for this restart, it might be a case where he doesn't go spinning into the wall. Could be. Otherwise, I'll be saying those words again and might have another interview. Don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm not exactly tired, but safety car is coming in this lap, so I assume Heisenberg's about to slow everybody right down and see if he can get himself going quickly. Yep, as I would have expected, slowing everything as much down as he can. I can't imagine him going very fast up this straight at all. No one will get any sort of momentum whatsoever. Everyone's going to bunch up. Who can get the best start, basically? We're just gonna... Oh, he's gone! He's gone pretty early. He caught Pog off guard, I think. He's opened a very good safety car restart if you're Heisenberg. Safety car comes in. And Heisenberg is half a second clear. Didn't get... It was dangerous probably starting that a bit that early. That bit early. And of course, he's not DNF this time. But just because. There you go. Had to show it on stream. He spat off the safety car restart again. And Benny's done the exact same thing. Benny has gone into quarter 2. Span out. And I think Renault has to learn at this point to probably start going into career mode, turning the safety car up as high as it can go and practicing the safety car restart. Because I think that's 3 for 3 so far. Its race has been effectively ruined by the safety car. And Heisenberg has 0.6 of a second gap. Probably was a lot more considering this straight and the very end back straight. Can easily make 0.6 back. Honestly, if you've got a second from that point, it's pretty hard to keep position. Guy that can slipstream in this place is incredibly powerful. But here we go. Pog, Blowwax and Heisenberg up at the top. Blowwax is definitely going to try and make a move on Pog here. There's a good camera angle for it. Until it's not a good camera angle for it. Let's see, is Larry going to make the move on the inside? Doesn't get it. I think he backed out. Keep it on Pog that way. We're going to get a good angle of him trying to catch Heisenberg and Blowwax trying to catch him. Bearing in mind, Larry Wax is the leader of the entire championship at the moment. He's got a solid 21-point lead. Soleri in second. Heisenberg did not take that corner very well at all. He'd gone pretty deep and allowed Pog to go right back at him. Another spin into that one. I think it was Enfan, by the looks of the timing sheets, who's gone into the wall at the very least, and has caused a huge problem for his own cards. And everyone's bunched up and back up again back there. Allowed Renault King and Benny back into it. But these three have a huge gap to Christ. 5 seconds already. We've only been out the safety car for 2 laps. Heisenberg's got 7/10 of a second on Pog. Almost got him out of DRS range by the time DRS does eventually start in the next lap or so. But here comes Pog's turn to close the gap. There's another yellow flag, and Van again. His tyres must be literally on fire by this point. Going down the straight, and DRS has now been enabled, and KDB has been overtaken by Soleri, which isn't good news for him at all. Is he going to try and battle back? No, he just straight up lost the position. Those hard tyres look like they're not very fast at all. KDB's four attempts back. Is Thunder's going to be able to make a move on Arctic Squirrel? Let's show the back of the field for a slight minute. KDB is probably someone I'm going to head back to after this. See if Bunders is going to be able to move. It's on the same tyres. Not going to have enough, so he's going to have to wait until the next straight to try something. Unless Arctic Squirrel makes a mistake and he gets him. Enfan's in the pit again. KDB is losing ground on Soleri like mad. Here comes Castle. Almost. He gets a little bit of bump there. KDB, not too much. He's managed to close on Soleri, who's just out of DRS range of Christ in front of him. And you've got Titchy Boom trying to claw on the end of this DRS train at this point. Don't think he's doing it very successfully. Real question is, we're going to watch this. Is KDB going to be able to have enough pace to catch Soleri up this straight? I don't think he is. Because Enfan down the side. Bunders has got a track limits violation. Nope, KDB is not going to have anywhere near enough. Soleri is going to try and close the gap in. Also, that's Heisenberg. Heisenberg spun off turn 1. Oh no, he's got a damaged front wing as well. Oh, he's had such a commanding position in this race. Led from start to finish. Well, start to halfway through, shall I say. And span and cost himself hugely, and now all this doesn't allow the championship leader a chance to go at Pog for the lead. Pog, who I've said it multiple times, especially through this, his strategy has been on point basically every single time. Never good qualifying, but his strategy has done enough to propel him into the higher level of this tier. That's for sure. Now Larry Wax is 7 tenths behind. Is Larry Wax going to have enough to keep... well, he's going to keep in DRS range, but is he going to have enough to have a real good shot at Pog on this straight? 6 tenths, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough with DRS. 3/4 of a second might be. But now he's starting to close in. Larry Wax is not much from getting DRS. Wings open. Is he going to be able to do anything? Try something into turn 1? No, he's going to be slightly too far back. He's going to be 2 tenths too far back to try and make a move. Heisenberg into the pit. Heisenberg's going to go on to what probably is going to be another medium tyre and go for the rest of the race. And here comes Larry again. Larry is trying his absolute best, but Pog is doing just about enough to hold on. You know, KDB and Salieri are going to go at each other probably on the next straight. Well, the next large straight. And Salieri's probably going to go after Christ as well. That could turn into a three-way battle pretty quickly if they get close enough. Pog goes through Castle and only loses maybe half a tenth to Larry, who's slowly dropping. He's gaining it back because he's the slipstream on these straights around here, and Salieri has got Christ straight through. Christ has messed up, obviously. Messed up out of Castle and has allowed Salieri past. Now we get Pog, who's got 8 tenths. Gap until this point seems to be getting larger and larger. There's 2 tenths out of the first corner here. So let's, well, into the first corner in the last lap. Let's see what it is this time, because it didn't get him out of DRS range. Gonna be 4 tenths this time. So he has opened the gap slightly. Is Larry Wax's tyres giving him problems? Might start to in the next few laps. Might be why he's unable to get at Pog for the lead. You got KDB, who is good on the hards. Gone 10 laps on the hards compared to the 11 laps on the mediums for Salieri. KDB might try something, especially when they do get into the back straight. You got Benny in 8th, leading a pack there between him, the Williams and Heisenberg, who was winning for a long time. And that Bunders, yeah, Bunders has drawn another safety car, and that is probably exactly what Heisenberg needed right now. Same with Renault, though they probably would wished it came a lap or two before they had to pit, or before they pitted, shall I say. Enfan's gone into the pit again. His race has been pretty torrid. Oh, that almost caused a collision between the leader and second place, Pog and Larry. That almost ended up in a horrible collision. Obviously the safety car is going to come out, and these two are going to have to follow Delta. Everyone's going to have to follow a Delta to try and get to the safety car queue. Real question is, Pog, you are where you're meant to go on the other side of that line. Gonna go through. We're gonna watch Salieri, who's actually almost gonna come in as well. I'm pretty sure Salieri actually did the exact same thing. KDB, Christ, Titchy Boom has completely just forgot that exists. Arctic Swirl, who, oh my god, is it possible to ban? Is it possible to penalise basically the entire league because someone decided because everyone decided that pitting wasn't a good thing? Oh, using the pit line, shall I say, wasn't a good thing. Heisenberg got himself off and driving. Oh, Heisenberg. Oh no, you had it. You had it again. You had it sorted. And you somehow messed it up. Also, what happened to Renault King? Did he just get stuck? Did he spin? What happened? I think right behind Heisenberg a minute ago. Pod gone onto the sauce, which 10 laps under the sauce might be a dangerous move. If it works, he could easily win this race. However, if it doesn't work and those softs go off quicker than 10 laps, we could be in for a very interesting finale. Now, Demon 6 laps on his mediums. Still probably could go to the end of the race. Could get a large chunk of points. Soleri's 4th now. Heisenberg's got to drive through. He's going to drop all the way to the back. The safety car, everyone is on mediums except for Zab Enfan, which is a non-factor at this point, and Pog, who is in the lead. Only had 2 DNFs from this tier so far. And here comes Demon into pit. Soleri's gonna fly the flag for Alfa Romeo. The good news is for Alfa Romeo that, especially when it comes to constructors anyway, that one of the cars is not finishing in the points. One of them is not finishing in the points, so it's just a case of Soleri versus Lariwax here, and I'd suggest that Lariwax is probably going to win that fight. The safety car's probably going in at the end of this lap, or I'd assume it would be anyway. Good safety car still. Coming for a second sector. My god, Eisenberg's gonna feel like I'm picking on him every week at this point. Albeit the last 2 weeks the interview's been because he's on the podium, but I think I actually have to take the outside of the podium interview to Heisenberg again, because might do Heisenberg and Renault, considering two of the guys that should be toward the front have messed up, and it's going to cost them dearly. I know Pog doesn't speak enough English to interviews, and there's a good chance that he's going to end up on the podium. Larry Wax is trying his absolute best, and he's not going to be able to. The safety car restart has brought 2 penalties straight to the 2 at the front. That is going to be a nightmare. What has happened there? Eisenberg's going to go in and serve his drive-through penalty right about now. And here we go. Well, after everything that's happened, we now have an extra factor. We have 9 laps, and there has to be a 5-second gap to Christ to get on the podium. Well, no. KB to get on the podium, sorry. And I doubt that they're going to be able to get that. Soleri, they've already got a small gap bird to Soleri. You got Pog going first into Castle. Also, this has been a place where I expected a lot more people to bid than the current 0. I know people have been on the outside of that corner there at the end of Castle, but that's not what I'm actually referencing. But Pog and Larry have got off to a very quick start. Already got the 5 seconds they need to cry, so they're going to end 4th and 5th at the absolute least. KDB is where we need to look to at the moment. 5 seconds there, they both have 5 seconds on Christ, but they've only got 2.5 seconds on KB, and here we go. Larry's going to make a move. Is he going to get him? Going to try to switch back into turn 1. He's not going to get it. Larry's going to steal the lead. And now it's Larry's turn to build up a gap. Which, Pog on the soft, you would have thought that the softs might have been able to carry Pog a little bit more than they have. But the sheer pace that you get on the slipstream and the DRS isn't open yet. Around that last, especially that last straight around Azerbaijan, is ridiculous. It's just the easiest way to get past anyone. I'm not going to say on the entire calendar, but it sure as hell isn't far away. Here we go. Larry Wax has turned into Castle first. He's gonna push Pog out of DRS range at the minute. Don't forget they still need to get within a second for DRS, and they need to break a 5-second gap to KDB to get on the podium. Well, Larry Wax needs to break 5 seconds to Slayer thing. So I don't know. I gotta do the maths when it comes towards the end of the race. Even if I need to do the maths by that point. And well, that's an incredible lap for Larry Wax. 1:39.9 in actual race. DRS has just been enabled, but it's not gonna matter. Pog ain't gonna get it. Slayery might end up getting DRS on Pog here, which is not what Pog would have wanted at all. I think Larry might get that gap. KDB is gonna get a chance to go at Saleri at some point in the near future. Let's go on KDB's camera actually at the moment. We'll go on Benny's camera in a minute when the next straight comes around, because you see Benny might actually be able to make a move on Christ. See if he can propel himself up the leaderboard a bit. It's been a particularly poor race for Renault and Zab. Zab was right toward the podium in Silverstone last week, and Bahrain has not treated him very nicely. You see, KDB is now Saleri's going to try close the gap a little bit more so he can make a move. I don't think 8 tenths is quite enough. It's 6 tenths. Here we go, down the straight. KDB is going to get the DRS on Saleri, who's not going to be able to get anywhere near Pog. And it's going to be KDB attempting the move on Saleri into the first corner. Got to back out of it. KDB's in the fastest first sector of the race. Christ has got, and Christ and Benny have decided they want to renew a little bit of a fight here. Benny's going to get the inside. He almost pushes Christ into the wall and gains the position. I mean, that's just about legal. And Renault's going to do something incredibly similar into the inside. No, he's going to wait. Going to try and get him some point in the straight at the end of the lap, I reckon. And somehow, through all of this, the end fan has managed to get points. You know what I said? Managed to put himself in the points momentarily. Which just proves that everything I say just needs to be completely scrapped immediately. You got Soleri's actually getting a pretty close gap to Pog this time. Is he going to be able to move? That's the question. Is he going to try it before? I doubt he tried it before the last straight. Going to be a half a second gap going into the last straight, and the DRS is going to kill Pog. It's gonna make sure that Soleri is gonna pass him here with ease. He's gonna do it. Goes down the inside. Gonna get it done even before the line. And there you go. Soleri's in P2. On track. On track. I think he's in the lead. Off track. Sorry. I think he's in the lead. But it's still going to give Pog a second chance. Pog's going to get DRS down this straight. Is he going to be able to make a move? He's going to try it on the outside. Good defending from Soleri to go to the inside, but he's not going to keep the position. Pog was just too fast around there with the DRS benefit. Christ and Renault King have decided to have a little bit of a scrap back there, which Renault King is currently going to win. He does it cleanly. Renault King gets up to 6, but he's not going to get much higher than that. We're going to go back to the Soleri fight, because Larry Wax is up in front. He's going to finish on track winning unless he spins. It's just a case of whether or not Larry can build 5 seconds. If he can build 5 seconds to Soleri, then he will win the race. If he can't build 5 seconds to Soleri, then the Alfa Romeo is going to get huge boost. Also cut into that 21-point gap that currently is held between the two of them. KDB has slipped off. KDB has might have lost the pace between these two, and might have to settle for on track fourth. And now Soleri's going to try again. Gonna go up the inside of the turn 1. He's gonna get him. Pog still gonna get the ability to go at him on the next straight. Is Soleri gonna have enough in the gas in the tank to make sure that Pog isn't gonna get him this time? It's back and forth between these two, and it's definitely letting Larry Wax get away, and Soleri is doing enough this time to hold Pog off, but it is only going to last for maybe half a lap. Get to the final couple of straights, and if he hasn't opened a bigger gap through these corners, he's going to get caught on the back, on the final straight. He is opening a bigger gap though. He's 7/10 up. Looked like Pog got a pretty shabby exit out of the corner there. Going to Castle. Oh, Soleri almost bins it. Still managing to gain slightly on Pog because of the speed he carried through Castle. He is losing time on Larry. Larry has 3 and well, basically might as well be 3 laps left before we go on to got the last straight before on last 24. So he is got like what 3 and a third laps left, and he's got to get quarter a second on Soleri. Same tyres, it's all down to the skill of the driver now. And it's allowed, this fight has allowed KDB to get back into it because he now has DRS on Pog, who in turn has DRS on Soleri, and Pog is not going to have enough pace to get Soleri on the straight, which means Soleri is going to be able to have himself a lap comfortably now. Benny has to pit. So Renault has jumped to 5th at the moment, and has a long way to go if he wants to jump another place due to on-track penalties. 5 seconds now. He actually has got the gap. Larry Wax has got the gap that he needed through the safety car restart mishap, which gave both Pog and Larry 5-second penalties. Does have that gap on Soleri, it's just whether or not he can hold that gap on Soleri, and Soleri, oh, he may have just killed his side pods and loses the back end through there, so somehow has the second gap over Pog still, but has lost an incredible amount of time. Need at least half a second to Larry Wax up front, and I think he may have just handed Larry Wax a win here. Five and a half seconds, so Soleri's now the one catching. Pog and KDB are going to fight it out during this thing. KDB's not even going to wait for DRS to come into play. Just allows for Pog to attempt another move back on him. KDB got the inside and KDB had lost the place. Pog's kept it. Well, gained it back, shall I say. It's still in third. The on-track penalties will make this irrelevant. Heisenberg's got Christ, and Heisenberg has managed to make a drive back of it. And KDB got back past Pog because of the DRS down the straight after the second corner. KDB is going to have a fight. And Soleri is just dropping further and further back when it comes to fighting with Larry. And there's a sector 2, it's Pog. It's Pog. Pog has binned into the wall, and all of a sudden 5 seconds may cost him a couple of places. Because that 6 second is going to continuously come down. He's may have damaged at least the side of his car. Cost himself dearly. But I think your podium may genuinely end up being your podium. Um, 6.7 now. Larry Wax has, it is effectively one lap. Yep, there you go, into the 26th and final lap, the last lap of the race, and he has to hold a 1.7 second gap to Soleri in second, who is currently trying to be chased down by KDB, not to much success. And everyone's just slightly out of DRS range, so you probably aren't going to get any more great battles before the end of this race. You might get DRS coming into play on the final straight between these two. If KDB can get a very good second sector in. Benny Bueno is got the fastest lap of the race, 1:39.4 on softs. He is in 10th, so he does gain an extra point for that. Oh, if he breaks late into Castle, Larry Wax has got through. Larry Wax has got through Castle. He's was effectively 2 proper corners away from winning the race. Gets the car over the line, I reckon he wins. Stupid thing to say, I know. Almost made collision, it almost made a contact with the wall there. Side of his car looked a little bit scraped. Not going to be remotely close to enough. We're not also going to get to see the DRS battle between these on the final straight, so I think we are as we are, and tradition, we're going to go onto the first place camera during the final straight, and it's Larry Wax coming down the final straight to win the Azerbaijan. He's got 5 second unserved penalty. Wait, what? Alright, what happened there? Alright, what on earth happened there? It's just, I thought that almost cost him for a minute then. Larry Wax does win it. He just, for some reason, just re-added the penalty on it that he could have done in the pits, I guess. Sure. So Larry Wax is your winner of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I'll say that delayed because the game kind of tricked me out a little bit there. So Larry Wax wins, Soleri gets second, KDB third, Renault gets fourth, Heisenberg gets fifth. Good recovery drive to those two. Pog gets sixth after his rather poor final stint on the softs. Christ comes 7th. The two McLarens, sorry, coming 8th and 9th. Benny Bunno has taken the fastest lap and comes 10th. Zab in 11th. Enfan in 12th. And Demon in 13th when he actually finishes the race. After all that, nothing really happens at the top of the leaderboard. It's just an extended lead for Larry. Larry had 21 points to lead at the beginning of the race. He's just extended that because his rival came second, albeit he's not extended it by a large margin. Everything does add up by the end of the season. Larry Wax having such a commanding lead this early means a bad race later on in the year is now covered. DNF is needed for Larry Wax to even be brought back into Solari's grasp. You know, KD being third, obviously he missed last week in Britain, so he's lost ground. Why did you buy the rabbit? But oh yeah, you can definitely say he's been lucky. I'm going to very quickly switch over into a different party chat, post-race interviews, voice chat, join. Gonna join them very quickly, and I'm gonna need. We're going to obviously get the winner in here. Here we go. Get those. Let's ping those five. Those five are the five that I actually want, albeit they are the first five, but they're honestly not overly great. There's no what you expected of the race was probably what you got. Just minus the spinning into Castle, which was a pretty rare. Everyone seems to have managed it. Renault King's in. We're gonna get Soleri in. Basically, Renault. Well, how we did it last week is that everybody basically joined the party at once. We just went one by one.
Yeah, okay, sure. But I gotta say one thing, my name is not Renault. If you call me Renault once more, I will never join your party again. I'm not a fucking car brand.
Alright, I'm only going to
Reno.
go... Alright, Reno. Alright, I have a tendency to butcher some names. There was some absolute names in the sprint one that I definitely butchered on Tuesday as well.
Probably.
I'm surprised I haven't got anyone else correcting me at this point. Hello, Larry.
Yeah, it's just that everybody calls me Renault, so I don't correct them.
Hello.
Hey, Larry.
Where did you get the rabbit's foot? I'm gonna ask the question that. Waiting on Heidenberg getting in as well. Honestly, you've got a very commanding lead now in this tier.
Yeah.
Where's Heisenberg
This,
congratulating me? Jeez.
I
yeah, so
wanted,
this week. Oh,
yeah, I
sorry.
wanted the top 5 in for thing. Basically because the top 3 are being the podium, just doing interviews for what I get, like being in the podium, and then Reno and Heidelberg are one in because penalties and spins, which were basically the only thing to play into the rest of the race.
Yeah, I saw Heisenberg spin, and then he was pitting, and then he got a drive there, and he still came fourth or fifth, I think. I'm not sure. One of the
Heisenberg came 5th, I think. Heidelberg
two.
came
Yeah.
5th. Reno
Yeah,
4th.
right behind me.
Well done, well done.
Alright then, let's start with you, Reno. While we wait for everyone else to get into the party. So let's start with this. The spin out, we're going to have to start with where we started in Spain. The spin off the safety car. Yeah, the spin off the safety car.
Yeah.
What happened? 'Cause,
Well, pretty much the same thing that happened in Spain, right? I mean, I was in a party with somebody and I literally said to him, I can't catch a break. I keep on spinning, I keep on having bad luck. And yeah, it's getting really frustrating now because I've had some good results just thrown away. In the end I got P4, which of course is some decent points, but still. Spinning off throttle, going into turn 1 is, yeah, it's awful.
that was my next question actually. With the recovery drive, obviously, with after the spin and then the pits afterwards, I guess you have to be really happy with what you actually came away with, given the circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, it started with that spin and then I was pretty happy that I didn't get damaged somehow, because I ended up in the wall. I hit the wall pretty hard, so I didn't have any damage, and then a few laps later I got pretty mad at Bundes because he seemed to have damage and then he drove into the wall on the straight again. So that slowed him down massively, which caused me to hit him, so there I had to pit again. So more bad luck, and then somehow I just got lucky with some people battling and being slow because of that, and some people spinning and crashing, and then at the end I got very lucky with Christ holding up Heisenberg, because as soon as Heisenberg got past Christ, he was on the tail of me. So I was again very lucky with that kept my P4 alive. So yeah, all in all it was a bad race, but saved by some. Lucky for me, unlucky for other incidents.
Yeah. So, given that you missed the first race in Bahrain, and then the following 3 just played every other race on repeat, where do you think the ceiling is for your season?
Sorry, what was the question?
Where do you think your ceiling is for the season?
My ceiling?
Yeah, as in where do you think you're going to come for the season now?
Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Well, I gotta be realistic. I think there will be plenty more races in which I just throw it away, in which I qualify well and then throw it away again. I think we got 10 more races, so I think about 5 races of them should be thrown away. But yeah, I just hope I can get some more decent points like this one, and we'll see from there. I just have to calm down a bit now and just focus on finishing.
Final question. I guess that there's going to be practice probably on career mode or something like that on safety car restarts coming up. Is that going to happen?
Yeah, it's something I should do. Yeah, but yeah, that's a good one. I should do that.
Alright, thank you for the interview, mate.
Yes, thank you.
While we're on the topic of spinning out and things like that, let's do Heisenberg next. I think you're gonna know what I'm gonna ask, but what happened with the drive-through? Let's deal with that situation first.
Yeah, it was my stupid mistake. I pushed really hard to pass everyone on the pit lane, and after that I just forgot to slow down, and that's it.
Well,
Nothing more.
well, you did a good recovery drive. I saw you got P5 in the end. After that, the drive through. I guess you have to be somewhat happy with that.
Yeah, for recovery, yes. For the whole race, no. Yes, because it was pole position, and after that, one incident with curbs, and then drive through. Yeah. Overall, it is awful race, but yeah, for the circumstances, it's good points.
With that, so you got held up by Christ and all that, and it allowed Renault to keep his position. But what was your when you saw the penalty? Because I'm guessing you saw the penalty for Larry and Pog. Maybe when Pog dropped back, what were you thinking about? Like maybe getting another position, maybe getting more points throughout the race.
Actually, Savriri said that Pogo had damage, so yeah, I already know that I will catch him with his 5-second penalty. So yeah, it was already a position that I should go for. So, but for Larry, yeah, it was never easy because. Yeah, I don't know. He probably has some rabbit foot.
Also, while we're on the thing, final question: talk us through the qualifying lap, because I know that didn't have much effect on what actually happened in the race, but that was a very, very fast lap. Talk us through it.
Actually, first two laps, I said it's like awful time. Then I get second attempt, but I saw that I will not get third if I finish that, and I saw that I will only improve by two tenths. So I pitted and again got for the third attempt and just pushed in every corner as I can.
Honestly,
really...
it caught me by surprise. I was commentating for it and watching the lap. I was not expecting you to do 4 seconds better than Larry. 4 tenths, sorry, better than Larry. That was very surprising. Thanks for the interview, mate.
Yes, thank you.
All right, let's do second place now. Let's do Soleri. Let's start with constructors, considering Larry's teammate was all over the place. You gained more points, probably over. You gained, or at least held, the Haas back in the constructors. What's your point? What's your view on that?
Well, I think that basically, as I said the last time, that we have a very good team and we are able to bring good points every race, and it seems like Larry's teammate is a little bit less stable, and that means that we have a good look for the first place, but we'll see how it goes, because it's still a lot of races, and probably as we saw today, Red Bull once again was quite quick, and I didn't see Michalis in the race, but Pogo was quite quick, and they also can push in this championship.
So, with the constructed idea out of the way, I seen in chat that you've added KDB. So what happened there? Give me that story.
Well, I think some people can agree with this statement, because he was quite aggressive on the first lap, a little bit over the line from my point of view because he pushed Heisenberg in the second corner. He pushed me in the third corner, and then he also had contact later with some other guys. For me, it was a little bit too much, because the walls are very close, and pushing someone over the line is pushing someone into the wall. So basically, most of the people are very clean here. I really like the racing, but today wasn't the case with KDB from my point of view.
And obviously you got second. Pog ended up when obviously Larry and Pog were up front. What were you thinking at that point? Because Pog was on the softs. Larry is just good but very lucky at times. And then you're there trying to catch them. So what were you thinking at that point?
Well, yeah, first of all, I wanted to congratulate Larry because it was really a good move from him and good recovery for him, and he did what he had to do to clear Poggle as soon as possible so he could push out of DRS and make a 5-second gap. I really thought that I just could keep up with them and have an easy first place, but it wasn't the case since I had more trouble with Poggle for a couple of laps, and by the time I cleared him, Larry was way too far. So even though it seemed like the ideal situation for me, Larry was able to turn it around, so props to him.
Fair enough. And then on my last question is, obviously first and second in the Drivers' Championship ended at first and second today. Do you think in the last 10 races that you're able to catch Larry? Bearing in mind he has, I think it's 29 points if I've done my math right.
Well, I think that as Heisenberg said, we need also to go to some shaman shop and buy something to help us because it clearly looks like after the first lap we should catch a little bit, but once again it's not the case, and I think the main concern at the moment is that Larry is very stable and he's probably not much quicker than me or Heisenberg, but it seems like he has luck and he has stability, and with each race that goes it's more and more difficult to close such gaps. So we'll see. It will be close, but once again, we have two people in the team and to fight in every race, and probably we'll see. Maybe in the second half of the season, the one who has more points will try to benefit from it.
Fair enough. Thank you for the interview, mate.
Thanks.
And let's do the winner of the race now. Larry, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. Just one word on that. You say I'm very lucky at times. I'm also very unlucky at times, such as lap 1. And at the end of qualifying, I by mistake pressed a button and my PlayStation just went, it crashed. So then I had to reopen the application, and by the time I got him back, it was already the start of the race. So yeah, it goes both ways, and I hope you guys will get luckier sometimes, and yeah.
With the obvious first question I'm going to ask now is what actually happened on the safety car restart between you and Pog that got you both 5 seconds worth of time penalties?
He accelerated a little bit, so I started accelerating as well, and then he braked quite suddenly, and I wasn't expecting it, so I tried to brake as much as I could, and it was one of the lightest touches I've ever had in my life, but that's what happens.
And obviously, when you get the 5 seconds, you then mind has to change, and mind has to shift to obviously building that gap. So, how were you feeling of having to get past Poggle and then open the gap to Soleri, who ended second in the end?
So I knew Poggle was on the SOT, so I knew we could probably break the DRS. And I actually got so much practice this week. I'm in quarantine right now, so it was a perfect time to practice, and so I was like completely confident in myself. And then once I realized that Poggle wasn't going as fast as I could go, then that's when I decided to pull the trigger and overtake him, and then Soleri behind just couldn't catch up.
Alright, and then obviously you've won, you've built a bigger gap on the Drivers' Championship, so how are you feeling about that? How do you think the rest of the season is going to play out?
Yeah, after last race, the gap was coming down, so I knew I had to keep pushing to make sure that that we could stay ahead, and I think we did very well tonight.
And last question, bit of an open one. As the current leader of the entire championship, have you got anything to say to everyone else in the tier?
Yeah, Solari very fast, Heisenberg's also very fast, also Poggle, KDB, there are a lot of fast people here, and then I think it's just the consistency that we need and the luck, and then that's what will win the championship. Hopefully I can do that for the rest of the season. If not, it is what it is, but hopefully I can keep the consistency that I'm doing right now.
Well, thank you for the interview, mate. I think that is everything. I will be back next week, which I believe could be wrong, it's like France or something like that. Oh no, it's Belgium next, my bad. So with that, I'll see how it's week to commentate that. Thank you.